mobile app and also to the website, because actually in the end it would go to the same, it's going to go to the regular website anyways. So let's start with the mobile app. Again, tap the Atomy icon of the mobile app and then click join us. So this, the first couple parts is the same. Again, type in member ID and guest password that you're going to give to your client and click login. So this time, instead of using the top button there, you go to the second button, which is the global membership registration. Okay. And then it will bring you to the global registration website. Actually, it would get out of the mobile app application and go to your mobile app, your mobile's internet browser, which is in, let's say in Apple devices, it's the Safari for Apple devices, and for Android, I'm not really familiar with Android. Whatever's the mobile app, in the internet browser for your, it's usually internet browser also in your Android devices. So from the mobile app, it will kick out of that and go to the internet browser. So that is why I'm just gonna show you what it looks like also on the website, because once it's done, when you click that button, it would go back to the main page of the global registration page. So just to compare, over here in the website, again, type atomy.com.us, click join us, and then you log in with your ID and guest password given to you by your sponsor. And then again, click join us, and then this time click global registration. So this the same way, there's still two choices. Click on the global membership registration and it will bring you to this page. So in the mobile app, the same thing. You'll see the same when you click global members registration. This is the page you're going to get end up to. So they're all meet at the same page. Either you use the mobile app or the website. So you could use either one. So this is the Atomy Global Membership Guideline website. So first of all, scroll down a bit because there's more down there. So you have to click the region to select the region or the country of choice. So for this example, I'm going to use the United Kingdom because that's the next country that's coming up. So we're trying to kind of, do a lot of campaign, getting all our friends in the UK signed up. So that will be my sample. But obviously, we got, when you click on the region, there's all these countries that we could already sign up people here. So there's like Croatia, Cyprus, Ecuador, El Salvador, Germany, Greece, Guatemala, Ireland. So there's a lot of countries that we could make them as a global member. But as I said, for this example, I'm just going to choose United Kingdom. And then of course, you also have options for languages. So English, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Russian, Vietnamese, Portuguese, and others. So once you have chosen your language, in this case, English, then you go to the bottom part here. So obviously we kind of try to make sure that when we sign up somebody, there's a sponsor. So I just have to click, yes, I have a sponsor. If you choose no, if this is a person that, he just learned about Atomy from, the internet and he doesn't have a sponsor to kind of get back to, and he clicked no, I do not have a sponsor, they will be directed to the nearest center so that they could call that center to ask for a sponsor ID. But of course, with Atomy, we are always like, okay, if you have friends in other countries, like, oh, so you are the sponsor, or whoever's your the lowest the person on the bottom of your lineage tree will be the sponsor of whoever's wherever you're going to put this person. So click I have a sponsor. So this time it would go to the membership guide. So I'll always tell my new signups to make sure you read over each one of them really carefully, because there's a lot of them. So let them scroll down a bit to the bottom. So like there's like 15 member guidelines. And then once they read and understood it, click the checkbox button here and click next. And then it will bring to the terms of agreement. So it's the same terms of agreement that we sign up when we first sign up as a member. So again, scroll down to the bottom of the page. And then once you read all the membership agreement, privacy and security, click all the check boxes there, and then click the next button. And then, so after the membership guide, the terms of agreement, now it's the verification page. So again, this is where we ask our new client to give us their, they have to put in their mobile cell phone or your mobile number. So first, obviously, type in their name, their address. Oh, not yet. That's just the name. The address gets in the next page. So their name and their birth date. It has to be the same date, birth date, obviously, in the passport and the ID card. So it has to be the same name that shows up in their passport. And then over here in the mobile verification, click on the drop-down box here. And then it would show up all the countries again and the country code, telephone country code. So in this case, I'm going to choose United Kingdom. So country code for the UK is +44. And then you type in the number, telephone number in this. So when you click send code, another box will pop out and says to put in the verification code. And once they send, click the authenticate button. It would show up this little page here, that little personal information storage location notice. Just click agree and then click next. Once you click all that and you click, you sent the authenticate code, you will come up to the information page. Again, type all the information, nationality, the name. Oh, just want to give you a little bit emphasis on the name here. There's two entries here for name English and name local. So name English is obviously your English name. Now, if you have a Korean name or a Chinese name that's different from your English name, then you type it in here. But if you don't, if you only have one English name, you could put the same thing. So if in this information, Joe Smith, and then you put here Joe Smith too. Then scroll down to the bottom of the page because there's more, and click next. And then it will bring you to the sponsor ID. So as you see from this moment on, it's almost similar to the regular sign up. And then you type in the sponsor ID. And then once you click on the search, it would come up to this page just to verify who your sponsor is. In this case, I put in a sample here, Diana Berry. Again, it will show you if there's no persons on your left or right leg yet, it will automatically put it on the left. If there's somebody here, that will be put on to your right leg here. All you have to do is click select to go back to the sponsor page, and then it will automatically put in that person's name and which center that person belongs to. So since their countries are not open yet, they have the option to choose the same center as their sponsor, or they would choose another center. But most of them, they always just choose the first option because it makes it easier. So you just click this option and then click next. So then the website would say the center of your choice is Boston Global Center or whatever center you chose. Are you sure of the center? You just click confirm. And then there you go. Everybody's now, that person is now a member of Atomy in the global membership. So it would give again their name, their member ID and the center of their sponsor. So that's it. Any questions on
I have
any?
a question. I have
Yes,
a question.
Teresa. Yeah.
Okay, on the ID, the
Mm-hmm.
identification that we put in,
Mm-hmm.
can you just put passport? What if they don't have passport? Can you use another kind of identification,
Yes,
like
I think
driver's license?
um preferably something it's if they don't have a passport, I would say yes with the driver's license, but preferably like a national ID if they have it in their country, because it's almost similar to like it's like an official anything any official government ID. I will believe as long as it's the official name, because the
Philippines,
mm-hmm,
in the Philippines is the tax TIN, right?
yeah,
In
yeah,
Canada is Social Security, the
mm-hmm,
last four.
yes,
And then
correct.
some country,
Mm-hmm,
they will just ask what if you don't have the passport, like what I'm asking you now.
mm-hmm.
What kind of identification should we ask them?
Yeah, a lot of the countries, some of the countries, they have what we call a national ID. I would say they would need to use that one as their, if that's their official name in their national ID, use that one. I know a lot of countries do. They do have a national ID, most of them,
Okay.
if they don't have a passport. So I would say that would be next best option if they don't have a passport. Because, or if they could say like, okay, look in your, you know, um, look at the requirements. So when they, when you apply for a passport for a particular country, what are the requirements needed to get their passport? If the requirements in their country says, oh, um, all you need to do is get your, birth certificate or your driver's license or whatever, or social security card or something like that in their country, then they could probably use that because that's the requirement to get their passport. So I would say then if they use that ID, then they could use that too.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes, young one.
So when you go to the country is not open, then when you go to the verification page to put
Mhm,
some information in, then every
mhm,
country comes up the same page, no matter what country is. So
mhm,
you,
yep.
for example, you do the UK, but for it says
Uh-huh.
El Salvador or the
Mhm,
Latvia. So anyway, that's kind of very basic information anyway compared to the countries open already.
mhm, yeah.
So anyway, any country comes up same.
I think it does. I haven't really tried, to be
Yeah.
honest, to use the other ones because I don't know anybody in the other countries, except for UK. But I believe it's the same thing because of the way they laid out the information. I mean, I think Christina might have sign up somebody else from. Are you raising your hand, Christina?
Mhm. Yeah, so for example, Australia and New Zealand, so they have if you want to do it Atomy as a business, it's different than if you just want to be a consumer. So when you choose in the, you Australia and New Zealand are already open, so you go to their website, right? But you can also sign them up. We're talking global here, but because New Zealand and Australia, they're asking for like what's this? ABN,
ABN
Australian
number, yeah.
business number, or New Zealand business number. So if you want to do this as a business, so there's like two stuff that you need to click on. Sorry if it's like, I just realized that New Zealand and Australia are
It's
already open.
open. Yeah.
Sorry about that. But
That's okay.
right now I'm opening right now another country. I'm going to see.
Yeah. I
Okay.
So I mean, like as I said, like I haven't really tried the other countries. The only one I tried, for example, was the UK. But by looking at the data that they tried to fill in, it looks like very generic. There's no, identification
sense.
of, just like when the open countries, where there's like, for example, in the US, you need a social security number. In Canada, their SIN number. It's. I think to a point when they open the website, when they log in, they're probably gonna have to put that in when they open.
I'm going to open right now.
Sure. For the meantime, I saw Nerissa
Brazil. I'm
raising
going
her
to open
hand.
Brazil.
It's funny because more than a month ago, I think,
Uh-huh.
I registered a member that's from Indonesia.
Okay,
And-
yeah.
And what I did is I was taking picture of all those that was saying, and then I go Google and ask Google what does that mean. And that way I was able to register this member. But now I have a problem because now that he is getting the $60, so I have to go back. There's a message there that you have to put in your bank information, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
I cannot go back.
Oh,
Yeah, I cannot go back. So I said,
it's-
how will I put the information of his bank account, stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
because he sent it to me. Because
oh,
Nerissa, I'm from Indonesia.
oh,
If
there.
you need my help, I can help you.
oh,
There you go. Beautiful.
who is
Yeah.
that?
Wanda.
Wanda.
Oh, hi,
Wanda.
Wanda.
That's Wanda.
I'll
Oh,
take
Wanda.
note of that.
Yeah,
we,
okay.
Note of that
we
too.
can chat. I can give you my phone number, and we can check to
Yeah,
or
it's-
in Kakao Talk. I can find you in Kakao Talk. Okay,
Okay, Wanda.
I could help you.
Who is
I
it?
love
Wonderful.
this moment. Everybody willing to help each other. So I love
Yes.
this moment. Thank you, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I need
wonderful. Wonderful.
somebody that will speak Spanish, Japanese.
Arigato.
Yeah, arigato. I speak Japanese
than
little
that.
bit too.
More than that, Christina.
I
Don't
know.
worry.
No, Wanda said she speaks a little bit.
Yeah, skoshi dake yo Japanese.
Uh,
I have a Japanese one, but I never register because totally it's all Japanese character. It's no English.
Okay.
Chumake.
Myong. Myong. I just
Chumake.
Yes,
Chumake kudasai ne.
Myong. Oh,
yes.
who's that?
Oh, Myoke?
I'm sorry, my back's so bad, so I have to